Hello you beautiful nerds of the world, Torok at your service, and let me welcome you to another reaction video of Death Battle featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series and Clive Rosefield from the Final Fantasy franchise. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of that one. Before we jump into it, as usual, I like to talk about how I know these characters and what I know about them. And let me put this out of the way, I am a huge fan of Devil May Cry. Dante is among one of those characters that have practically made my childhood the same way Bowser or Alex Mercer or Lizard Man from Soul Calibur have been part of my life. The first I ever played was Devil May Cry 2 on the PS2, and I've practically played every installment of the franchise since then. With my favorite ever being Devil May Cry 4. My favorite Devil May Cry 4 will forever be my favorite of the series. I can't exactly explain why. I think it just has all of the charm of the old and the new Devil May Cry. I don't know how to put this. I even watched the Netflix animated series in preparation for this episode, and it was fine. It's got some great episodes, but it's also a bit rough around the edges, especially regarding the animation and the writing of some of the characters. And it's got an honestly kind of sad finale, not in the best way, not in the good way. I think I never hated Bury the Light as much as I did in this fucking show. Every time Virgil appears, they play this fucking music. It's almost a joke how much they forced it into the show. And when it comes to Clive, unfortunately, I don't have that much to say because I am completely unfamiliar with him. I have seen him with my eyes before, but I never knew who he was, his name, what Final Fantasy he was supposed to be in, that he was a main character. Nothing. Which is weird because, while I'm not familiar with Final Fantasy, my big brother is actually a huge fan of Final Fantasy, and while I'm not necessarily into it, I think I picked up a lot from him. I know Cloud, I know Sephiroth, the Livestream, Shinra Corporation, Midgard, the Materia, the big meteors.
That's 7.
Yeah, yes, my very identical sidekick that has always been next to me during every reactions ever.
You're talking about Final Fantasy 7 here.
Well, yeah, it's Final Fantasy, right?
Well, Clive is not from Final Fantasy 7.
What, is he from a spin-off? He's from Advent Children.
No.
Dirge of Cerberus?
No, he's from Final Fantasy 16, the last one.
You mean Rebirth? Excuse me, are you implying there are other Final Fantasies?
Yes! Every installment is a different universe. It's not just Cloud and Sephiroth,
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I was on a completely different planet. How could I forget about Tifa? Tifa. And her massive... Okay, but jokes aside, I'm completely blind on Clive. I wanted to look him up just to see why this matchup was happening and and maybe the connections between the two and stuff like that. And not gonna lie, I'm still not sure why they're fighting. Seriously, the best I got is they got their swords from their dad. Something inner demon, but it's not even the same kind of demon with Clive and Dante. And they have a developer in common. That is frankly lame. Honestly, it just sounds like they wanted an excuse to bring back Dante on Death Battle, and they just picked the first character they could have fought that kind of fights similarly, so that we can have Dante flip-flopping around for 3 minutes. Wait a minute. A matchup without meaningful connections? Dante? An excuse to have two guys with blades doing flips? It's a Tori episode! The man, the legend, the myth. I got it backward. Whatever you think about the man, it is hard to say he's not the animator that forever changed the way Death Battle fights go, and basically, it's hard to say he's not a pillar of this show's history in the same way that Luis is, or Liam Swan or Morrow, you know? When I think of death battles animated by animated Tori, I often think extremely sick choreography made in mocap. I think of surprisingly long fights that take their time to make memorable scenes one by one after the other. It's breakdance sometimes. Regardless of the actual quality of those episodes, there's definitely a sense of nostalgia about Tori, basically, about the ye olden days of season 2, 3, 4. I forgot how many fights, how many seasons he's been. And regardless of my thoughts on the actual matchup, I hope we get to see. I hope it brings back this sort of nostalgia for these olden days, while retaining the same quality that we've been hit by these last like 2 or 3 years. So I'm really, I don't know. I have at the same time not a lot to expect from this fight, but also I'm expecting like a lot of old charm that was maybe lost in with the other animators of Death Battle. Not that Luis and Morrow and the others aren't like incredible animators on their own, you know. But I don't know. Tori had his charm. Tori had like a unique charm. Maybe it's because he's been on almost every Death Battle cast back in the day, so there's a bit of propaganda here and there. But I don't know. It feels like something to be celebrated. Now, for who I think is going to win, I mean, obviously I'm going to be rooting for Dante. Like, it would be criminal of me not to do so. But just because I'm not familiar with Clive doesn't mean I'm not scared. The last time Devil May Cry took on Final Fantasy, it didn't go well. I mean, the research itself didn't go well, but, you know, it didn't go well for DMC. So I'm going to look at Clive's rundown very carefully and pray that it goes better than the last time. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. It's time for a Tori fight. I don't know why I make those, like, drastic, ooh, I'm into it. When I'm recording this, the fight happens in, like, 2 hours and a half. I could keep talking. Or, you know, I could cut right there. 3, 2, 1! Let's go! Let's go! Breakdance! The nunchucks!
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria.
Son of Sparda versus the Son of
And it's our
Fire.
job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
To find out who would win a death battle. Making sure the sound is okay.
It's a dangerous world out there.
This battle
Cultists,
covers spoilers
demons,
for Devil
and
May Cry
evil
5.
businessmen lust for power. And
Bro,
every
Devil
day
May Cry
brings a
5
new
has been there for,
cataclysm
like,
humanity must
years now.
face.
This world may
It's been
seem
out
like
for
the
years.
end, but for a Devil Hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparda?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparda mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set
Hell
up a
yeah.
business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparda running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy,
Full name Dante, height 187 centimeters, aka Tony Redgrave. I think that's the. Isn't Tony Redgrave the name he takes in the anime? That's what he takes in the anime, or something like that. Species human demon hybrid, likes pizza, Sundays, Nero parties, dislikes demons and Mundus, the May in Zero May Cry.
Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature.
Oh, is that-
As long as he has
Is that the name of something in Marvel vs. Capcom? Because I know there's a famous trio that is like Zero, Dante, and Virgil. or something like that.
The energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed,
So
sliced
that's why
through.
Zero? I don't know.
Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And
Yeah.
Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad.
Rebellion.
Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger.
I
and
love the Pandora.
stranger.
It's
Like
one of
King
my favorite
Cerberus,
weapons.
a shape-shifting
Weapons: Devil Sword Dante, Ifrits, Ebony and Ivory, Agni and Rudra, Alistair, Artemis, Balrog, Beowulf, Cavaliere, Cerberus, Coyote A. Coyote A is the shotgun. Dr. Faust. Which one is this? Dr. Faust. Oh shit, I forgot. Gilgamesh does the punchy and kicky ones. Grenade gun. Ifrit, Kalina. I'm not gonna
set
read
of
everything.
elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, guitar. An electric guitar.
There's
Yeah.
also
Ba-
Lucifer,
Balrog,
a backpack of endless
I'm sorry,
laser
but
swords that
Gilgamesh
Dante
is
got
way
after
better.
slaying. Actually,
got
we
buzz
never see how
saws.
he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a
Wait, what?
That Dante got after slaying. Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Why? How do you have a Lucifer? Burial had seen Lucifer many times before, just as Burial ruled the fire hell. Lucifer was a king of another section of the underworld. He knew him. He was a noble demon who would never do humanity's bidding. Oh, I dealt with him on my last job. Got this after I won.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they
Okay.
off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante
Hell yeah.
needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking
Yeah,
the
pretty
power
much.
he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante
Hell
achieves
yeah.
through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from
A lot
Dante's
more- a
peak.
lot better.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the Demon World.
So he's kind of a big deal.
Ah.
Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for
Okay, a living universe. The Devil May Cry manga and novels specify the human and demon worlds were once one. They were split into separate universes.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Yeah!
So did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own
hell is this?
unconventional way.
And for dead weight,
Please,
Nero
let's
was
have
pretty
Nero
badass,
versus Hellboy
even
one day.
helping Dante take
I'm
on
just
the
saying.
so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that
Mundus and Dante flew into the atmosphere of a neighboring planet through the time frame. Though the time frame is unclear, and given and even generous estimates put it under his best feats.
called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So,
Oh, into a puddle? Really? According to the Devil May Cry 5 guide, Nero's arms couldn't regenerate because Virgil removed Nero's demonic power. He regained his power later and immediately regrew his arm. Okay, so that's what happened.
Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy
rebellion.
shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger.
Yes!
This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparda.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and 2 well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather
Actually,
to keep the
you can
world safe from
choose that.
Virgil,
It's a
Dante
lot
will deal with it.
healthier.
And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
That was sick. Okay, Clive.
Whiz, it's an emergency!
Ah.
This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by Raycon.
Okay,
Keep
I was
your
about-
ears open and
I
your
thought it
holiday
was going
playlist
to be,
rolling with Raycon's
I thought it was
essential
going to be
open
a sponsor
earbuds.
for Brendan
These
Yates.
open ear
And I was like,
earbuds let
again?
you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite
Oh,
music,
goddamn it.
podcasts, and audiobooks. Perfect for a job, commute, or hanging out.
Oh yeah, they sound great, just as good as some of the big brands, but at half the price. They're super lightweight, and somehow they never fall out. It's like magic.
I think that's just good design.
It's magic.
Sure. Black Friday is just around the corner, and Raycon audio products are up to 30% off site-wide.
From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting.
These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to
Wait,
Buy
I can just skip
Wide.
this. I thought it too late.
Sit
Alright,
down
Clive.
as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield. A man destined to be
All
a
right, who
dominant,
are you?
the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but
The guy
words-
from Tekken 8. Roles: Dominant of Ifrit, Shield of Rosaria, likes Joshua, Jill, Dorgal, Theater, dislikes Annabella, Discrimination, based.
said no thanks and
you.
instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother, Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy,
Alright.
is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sonbreck's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for
train
taking the
that
lives of
flex.
Joshua and so many others.
I know
Even
that.
so,
I know that
there
train.
was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can
Okay,
block
so
and
that's
absorb
down.
blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even
Swords: Invictus, Goter Damonrug, Omega Weapon, Original Sin, Limit Break, Increased Strength and Speed, Healing Factor, Ifrit, Enhanced Regeneration, Attacks and Defense with Fire, Ifrit Risen, Flight, Homing, Fire Blast, Light Speed, Icons, Ifrit, Phoenix, Garuda, Ramu, Titan, Bahamut, Shiva, Odin, Leviathan, Ultima.
Looks familiar.
Oh no, shit, he has
these
Ultima.
powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers. and
Somebody
even
call Bruce
reunited
Banner.
with Joshua, who was alive all along.
Ah.
Surprise!
Clive
Right.
spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully
it's
in
big
control of
monster
the
time.
monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a
Ah.
planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive
Ah.
strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me,
That's
it
why I'm
made
scared.
Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch! Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Subtle. Is there a...
The battle's coming up next,
Yeah.
so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off.
I'm
and so
not
does
doing that. No, this time I skip it. No. I'm
And
skip it.
bonus
No.
bonus.
I'm not doing that. Okay. Somehow I believe that Clive sounds a little more powerful. I mean, it seems pretty clear cut the way that they put it. They both seem to be roughly on par with each other on base form, fighting entities that could create universes, like a version of Mundus that was one with the universe. But Clive defeated things above all of creation and whatnot, and he has basically spiral power where he can basically rise to become even stronger and stronger. Oof. I'm trying to find something about Dante that could reassure me. Okay. They both have ways to stop time, to freeze time. They both have ways to cut through dimensions, I guess. Well, not Dante. They don't give Dante the Yamato this time. You should be used to similar abilities like that, cutting through space-time and whatnot. Create duplicates of himself. I would say Dante is still way much more versatile than Clive, and his regeneration seems a lot more potent. If he can regenerate from a puddle, that's definitely something that's gonna help him through the fight. But against something like Ifrit, against Ifrit Risen, like against Clive at full power, I don't know if it's gonna help him. Like, I can see Clive being like powerful enough that he could destroy Dante's entire body, like as long as like there's a puddle of blood somewhere. But if he burns him beyond anything, like there's nothing to regenerate from. They also both have ways to block damage and return them to sender. I guess Dante's blocking, so his defensive options are a bit better because he not only absorbed the energy, but he can use the energy he absorbs to form himself like an armor and whatnot, to turn into to gain another super form and whatnot. I don't know who would be faster though. Oh no, yeah, okay, no. I seen. Okay, Clive has defeated things. I just saw the numbers for Dante, because Clive defeated things that could move 3 times the speed of light and something like that. Dante could move 11 times that. He battled foes that could go, like Virgil, who could go 11 times the speed of light. So Dante definitely has the bigger speed, the bigger arsenal. I don't see any big trump cards for Dante. Who's the more experienced? What's Dante's age? He seems to be 40, so I would get experience. Experience is roughly like the same, I think. Or like Dante would be older, but I don't know if it means a whole lot. I mean, I could just do like I always do and just go back to the fights, but and go back to the analysis a second time and just like take the time to really analyze everything. Maybe I would need to revisit Clive's arsenal, because it could be interesting to get the icon things in my head. All right, just 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Never mind about the icons and whatnot. They give him like the ability to the freeze time. Aside from that, I didn't find like a lot of interesting things. Yeah, it feels like it's gonna come down to Dante's incredible versatility and incredible regeneration. Versatility and regeneration against Clive's just overwhelming power. But I don't think it's a Ghost Rider versus Spawn where Dante could just survive anything Clive could throw at him. Again, I'm back in terms of power. Both seem pretty nebulous in terms of their full powers. Because like Dante defeated like the demon who was like all the demon across the universe or dimension and whatnot. All demons in existence rolled into one, and he one-shot him, or like he beat the shit out of them in base form, and Clive did a similar thing. So their peak should be nebulous, but the fact that Clive could just keep grinding and becoming stronger, that makes me think he is that makes me want to give Clive the power advantage. Everything else seems to be going for Dante, but that kind of, I'm not exactly sure, you know, because like again, the versatility. I'm repeating stuff a lot. I'm sorry. I keep repeating my points, but I need to remind myself if I didn't miss anything, or you know, if I skipped something, if something is escaping me for Clive. But like for Dante, he would have the speed, technically, maybe the speed, maybe I mean, definitely the versatility, the regeneration, but like nothing that is like a trump card. You know what I mean? Neither seem to have, or Dante doesn't seem to have anything that could finish Clive off quickly, you know? So it's really depending on Dante having to chip away at, surviving enough that he could chip away at Clive and maybe kill him, or Clive just going in Ifrit mode and just like overwhelm Dante in so many cases, like and to a point where he is beyond regenerating. That's what scares me, because it seems like Ifrit seems like a way more straightforward way to beat Dante than Dante would have to beat Ifrit. Well, Dante could resist Ifrit's fire, you know, because like they made the comparison of even without his healing factor, Dante could just resist flames that can burn ordinary humans, and Ifrit's flames like disintegrate ordinary humans the same way Belial does. So maybe Dante has a way to win more times than not. I need to come up with a decision. Fuck it. I'm going for Dante. Because it really seems like Dante would have the speed. Maybe, unless they trick us with like Clive, oh, he's actually way faster than that. And they would be at equal and whatnot. But Dante would still have the versatility and the regeneration being potent enough. And maybe as Sin Devil Trigger, he becomes like a bit more powerful than even like Mundus and Universe Mundus and all of existence and stuff like that. So maybe they're on par, but the fact that Clive can keep climbing, Gurren Lagann style, that makes me think that Clive would be stronger anyway. I just see a bit more points for Dante, but it's also like, again, sorry if this takes way too long all the time, every time. My predictions are way too long all the time. But like, it can really go either way, is my problem. It can really go like, whether or not like the speed advantage is too much for Clive's power to be able to keep up, or if the power is too much for Dante to just do anything about it. I'm going for the underdog. I'm gonna go for Dante, but it's a really stingy one. It can really go either way, and the fact that I'm placing my bet on Dante, I feel like it's gonna hurt even more than if I were to place it on Clive, because if I bet on Clive and I lose, well, you know, Dante wins. But if I put my bet on Dante and I lose, well, not only I lost my bet, but Dante loses. And I lose, and my favorite character loses, so I'm going for Dante. I'm sorry. I just see like titsy bits. I just see itty bitty bits going for Dante. But also not as straightforward as Clive. I also see the big thing for Clive. But I see lots of itty bitty bits for Dante that could let him keep up. I'm going with that. I'm gonna regret this. I'm going for Dante. 3, 2, 1. Please, Dante.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through
all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! I want a big demon fight. Big monster, let's go. The music sounds cool already. Alright, Dante!
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
The lip syncing is horrible.
Leave now. I have
Dante.
a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Fight! Alright, gun. Okay. Up! Teleport! Oh! Let's go! Oh! Let's run, baby!
Fancy yourself a bard?
You have no idea. Okay, King Cerberus. Lightning. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Garuda. Ah. Ooh. Ow. Double trigger, no? Bazooka! Ooh! Okay.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey.
Okay! The duplicates! That's kinda cool.
Time to see the light.
Ooh! Ooh! No! Laser! Cavaliere!
What the hell is that?
I guess it would have the technological advantage. Alright, double trigger! Oh! Slow motion. Come on! Shoot it! Here's the storm that is approaching!
Got some competition.
Ooh. Come on! Okay, we're not done.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do!
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Alright, it's time for Big Monster! Oh, that looks sick! Sin Devil Trigger, it's time! Ah! Come on! Into space! Okay, come on, Dante, come on, you got him!
Don't underestimate you!
He regenerates. Blades! Come on, man! I don't have the controller for this! Laser! No. They got Spirit Bomb! Please! Let's go! Smoking 60 style, come on. Come on.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Sure, Clive.
I need every...
No! Nope.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
After a fight like this, God will be nothing.
Damn it!
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and
Yeah, but
Ultimalius
Clive
controlled
is-
universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge.
Oh,
Both
God.
were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit.
Dante's sealing abilities could help, but have specific location requirements, requiring a connection between the human and demon worlds, making its usability unlikely.
He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most
God.
of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just
Okay,
how
Clive
long could
gets
these
this.
two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary.
Yeah. Dante's Devil Trigger may be above the 6-minute time limit by Devil May Cry 5, but not Sin Devil Trigger, which only lasts a few minutes. Moves like Judgment instantly revert Dante to base form.
But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive
got
can regen
something.
lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also
Actually,
no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing
that's
demon
right.
regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we
After his defeat in Devil May Cry, Virgil's regeneration took years to complete. Throughout Devil May Cry 5, V would decay without constant use of demonic energy. The more he used it to regenerate, the harder it was for him to heal over time.
assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Congratulations. Fuck, Dante lost. I lost. I lost everything on this. Fucking time limit. Anyway, the fight was still fucking awesome. Oh my god, the colors, the visuals, the fight in space. Oh my god, everything went so wild. I don't really know how to describe this. It really felt like an actual cutscene from like a Final Fantasy cutscene. That's what, like, at least like the fight between Sin Devil Trigger and Ifrit Risen. Like, I was there, you know. Yeah, like I was feeling this was a real cutscene from the game. So huge props to Luis and Torian for like doing this shit. The amazing Michael Jackson fucking moonwalking through light speed, through lightning bolts. That was really cool. I couldn't hear much of the banter between the two. I was too focused on being a dumbass, acting like an idiot. I was just too focused on drinking everything I saw. But God, this fight is gorgeous. This fight was just gorgeous. It was gorgeous to look at. It really kept me on my toe like the whole time. The moment Clive threw that like fire javelin, I forgot what he threw. I kind of knew where it was going, but fuck me. Until then, I had no idea. I lack the words. I'm sorry. Plus, the QTE moments were such a nice touch too. It was such a nice touch as well. At the very beginning, I was kind of worried, because like the lip sync was like, on Dante was horrible. The very first time Dante talks, I don't know, the lip syncing is it's me, Dante. It's me, I'm Dante. It was really, really bad, but then they make it up with the expressions later in the fight. Oh, just hell yeah. Hell yeah. My only complaint is that Dante lost, but I mean it makes sense. God, I wasn't okay. I didn't know it would be. I knew it was like in my prediction. I knew it was like it would be. I knew it would be close, but I didn't know it would be that close that they would even like rival. They would rival each other with stats, especially. God, I'm sorry, I'm lacking the words, but this was a fucking good one. This was a good episode. This was absolutely beautiful. I don't know about the editing. Like, it didn't felt as crispy as it uses. It's not as fancy as it normally is, but maybe it's because there's a lot more animated segments rather than just, with manga panels and comic panels and whatnot. So I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it being like as fancy as the usual. But they provide the information. That's what they're here for. It provides the info. That's all that's good for me. But oh god. All right, let's just move on to next time on Death Battle. I don't really know what else to say. Just congratulations to Clive. I didn't know who you were, and honestly, I will continue to do so. You'll just be the guy who killed Dante, and I'll be very sad about it. I'm now very sad when I see your face now. Anyway, next time on Death Battle, I don't know what it is. Let's go.
Next time on Death Battle.
2025 finale. Ash versus Yugi! There it is!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Let's fucking go. Ash Ketchum versus Yugi. I kind of knew this would be the season finale. I just knew it. I know it was intended to be the 2000 episode. It was supposed to be episode 200. What did I say 2000? Yes. I did for some reason. I knew it was going to be episode 200. I mean, let's wish. 2000. Let's wish for 2000s. But then it was moved for Ruby versus Maka, which made a lot more sense. So, just like in my guts, knowing that Ash versus Yugi was kind of like prepared to be that, but then they delayed it. That still meant they were kind of working on it, and the fact that it's the finale, that they took like this long, that they took all this time to make this, to finish this episode. It just makes a whole lot of sense. Plus, like, it's gonna be the battle of an entire generation. It's going to be... I was about to say I have high hopes for this fight, but I don't really have one. I only have one. I have one hope. Please, Ash Ketchum, just punch Yugi once. Just punch Yugi once. That's all I'm asking, okay? You can keep everything. You can do everything. You can... maybe Ash will lose. Apparently he's gonna die. Apparently it's a stomp, like, and not even thinking about it. Like, you can have Yugi, like, piss on his corpse later. You can have Ash, I don't know, smoking weed. You can have Pikachu, like, being, I don't know, eviscerated alive and whatnot. You can do, like, the most out-of-character thing in the entire fight. You can have the fights playing at 3 FPS per second. If you don't have a good shot of Ash Ketchum punching the shit out of Yugi, this episode's 0 out of 10. That's my only expectation for this fight. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was Torok at your service. Let me know what you thought of this death battle and this reaction in the comments. If you like these little drawings that I do for the thumbnails of these videos, I don't throw streams. I'm kind of going on a big hiatus when it comes to streams and video games and whatnot. But hopefully I get content in the future. If I don't, I'll see you next month for Ash Ketchum versus Yu-Gi-Oh! He doesn't have a name, don't worry. That was Torak at your service. Bye!